The newly redesigned Control Center in Spector360 allows you to remotely configure, install, and manage the Spector360 client recorder on all network computers you wish to monitor. The Control Center also enables you to manage server and database settings, set up alerts, and create and manage web filtering policies. Once the Control Center is opened, you are presented with a useful home page that allows you to stay informed on new features, news, technical information, and allows you to check for product updates. The Computers tab allows you to configure, install, and manage the client recorder on network PCs. To install the Spector360 recorder on network computers, simply add those computers to the Control Center's computer list. The easy-to-use wizard enables you to add new computers by typing in one or more names, retrieve a list from Active Directory, query your network using Network Discovery, or import a CSV list of computer names. This tab also allows you to modify a computer's information, delete computers, run diagnostics, restart a computer after installation, and start or stop recording. Managing the deployment of the Spector360 client recorders in your organization is a breeze. Each computer on your network can be sent an invisible file that will initiate installation of the Spector360 recorder. Installation occurs on the PC at the date and time you specify and is completely undetectable by the user. Likewise, the recorder can be uninstalled or updated transparently from within the Control Center. The Manage Computer Profiles tab allows you to add or remove a profile or modify a selected profile. By right-clicking on that profile, we can now look at the client recorder properties. By default, all recordings are turned on, but you can adjust settings using this box. For example, the Spector360 client recorder takes full screen snapshots of each monitored computer, very much like a surveillance camera. By default, screen snapshots are taken of multiple monitors every 30 seconds in a 4-bit grayscale. But you could adjust the frequency and color depth easily with Spector360. Spector360 records both sides of every chat or instant message, including Yahoo, AOL, and even MySpace and Facebook. Under the Email Activity button, you can set Spector360 to record all attachments and even set up filtering rules. By default, Spector360 records all email types, including SMTP, POP, IMAP, MAPI, and webmail. For added employee privacy, you have an option of not recording passwords. Spector360 also automatically records all program activity, such as Microsoft Office and Solitaire, user activity such as when employees log in, logs out, or are away from their PC, and tracks all documents and network activity. If you wish, you can set certain times to record activities, and even which Windows usernames to record. Likewise, the Server tab allows you to configure, remotely install, and manage the Spector360 server components. The Spector360 installation uses just one Control Center server, primary server, and database server. The Control Center server installed during Spector360 setup is a Windows service that communicates with network computers, returning recorder status to the Control Center application and relaying instructions to the recorder. Although you can install multiple Control Center applications, you can install only one Control Center server. The Control Center server can be installed on any network computer under a network as opposed to a local account, using domain administrator or equivalent credentials. The service requires administrator-level credentials on all computers in order to manage the recorder software. The primary server handles licensing and updates of recorder computers. Use the Control Center Servers tool to check the status and control primary server settings. The primary server must be in communication with all installed recorders for Spector360 to operate correctly. All of the client recorders send their information to the data vault at predefined intervals, normally every 5 minutes. This information includes event data, screen snapshots, and email attachments. The Data Vault then relays the event data to the SQL database and stores the screen snapshots and email attachments on a network share accessible by the Spector360 dashboard. Database server properties allow you to view, change, and stop or start the SQL server and agent currently provided access to the Spector360 database. Spector360 storage databases have a size limit of 4 GB for SQL Server Express and a user-defined size limit for SQL Server 2005, which can be changed in the database configuration. When a database reaches the size limit, Spector360 automatically creates another one. Spector360 databases are backed up on a regular basis. A full backup makes a baseline copy of all databases currently in use. The full backup is created by default weekly, normally on Sundays. A differential backup backs up all changes since the last full backup. A differential backup takes only a fraction of the time taken by the full backup. By default, Spector360 is set to run a differential backup every Monday through Saturday. Spector360 provides centralized, rule-based web filtering. When web filtering rules are enabled, the web filter server intercepts web requests from network computers where the recorder is installed. If the requested domain is blocked by rules defined in the database, the user sees a customizable blocked website page. The message may include links to request access permission. You can update or expand your web filtering policy at any time without changing recorder profiles. You will be able to view which blocked websites users attempted to access from the Spector360 dashboard. To create a new rule or edit a website filtering rule, you can use either the wizard or the advanced setup panel. To create a rule, you simply define who, when, and what will be affected by the web filtering rule. Using the wizard, for example, we can select either allow access, for example to create a whitelist of sites users can access, or block access to websites and content. Next, select an existing time profile or create a new one where you define times and days. Next, select who will be affected. You can select all users and user groups, or specific users or groups. The next step is to select specific categories or category groups of websites, such as social networking, spyware, and web-based email. The last step is to name the rule and optionally give it a description. Spector360 provides centralized keyword detection and alerts. Instead of browsing or searching through the recorded dashboard data, you can instruct Spector360 to automatically detect the specific activity you want to see using sets of alert conditions called alert profiles. When alert conditions are met, Spector360 immediately notifies you or any other operators who need to know by email. The New or Edit Alert Profiles box opens when you add or modify an alert profile. The panel in this window allows you to view or define who, what, and when an event alert will be triggered. As we've just seen, the Spector360 Control Center enables you to remotely configure, install, and manage the Spector360 client recorders. You also use the Control Center to manage server and database settings and set up keyword and event alerts along with web filtering policies.